Yeah.
Or would I sent out the boys team against them, to be honest?
No, I know. I mean, despite like Sunday's abysmal of a game against Hibs again at Parkhead, it really sets the kind of league table now. It's kind of, I wouldn't say heart and stone, but it's kind of widening a bit.
Still, I think it's a horrible weekend for the referees all round. So many red cards, so many bad decisions. Celtic had 3 penalty claims. One was a stonewaller. Rangers with the penalty claim at the end, although I thought it was just outside the box.
Yeah.
It should still be a free kick and a red card.
Aye.
It wasn't even a free kick. I was waiting on Ricky text me to say they had a penalty, because he says penalty chance. I thought he was winding me up. And when I watched it, I'm like, he's took him out. It's clear as day it's a red card. You've got the red card for St Mirren, was it?
Yes.
That's been overturned.
Overturned.
He didn't even touch him. That was a joke.
That was a terrible decision.
The thing is, this is decisions with VAR. So what the heck is VAR doing?
See,
what's the need for it?
When you watch them back yourself on just regular TV, you can normally tell.
Exactly.
So they've got all the angles, they've got all the footage that's available to anybody.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. It's really bizarre.
How can you get so many? And the consistency of the referees in it is shocking. That it's a penalty one week and it's no the next. That's what I can't get. You think when Celtic played Rangers was it the last game or the one before it, when Scales fell on top of the ball, he had his hands at his side, and because his hand touched it was a penalty. The boy Hibs slightly moved it towards. No, to me it's not a penalty, but he moved it towards. So you're like, how can one be a penalty and the other no?
Aye.
You've got to be consistent, and this is where they're going wrong for me. They've not got the consistency. If you consistently say something's not a penalty, people will accept it. Well, it's the same for everybody then. But if you're getting it one week to one team and not to the next team, everybody has been going mental. There's conspiracy galore going all over the place about referees being against them because of this, and there's got to be something done about it.
I mean, you were touching on like the St Mirren red card. It definitely shows with the results they had at the Smizzer 5-0 defeat against Motherwell. I think the heads went down. You know, like I think this is the fate they were going to have, and just nothing went their way.
Do you know, I checked that score and it was 3-0 and I thought it was a final whistle, and again Ricky texted me to say it was 5-0 and I couldn't believe it. I turned to it and there's still like 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Like, they've never been that bad in a long time. I don't know why they're leaking goals like this, but Motherwell are such a good team this year, and to be honest I think that Celtic should be going for their manager next year with a couple of their players.
Aye, okay. And again, Hearts are pulling out dodgy wins as well, like only 1-0 against Falkirk.
The thing is, there's still dodgy wins, there's still wins.
That's it. This is the dogfight. It's no easy, and they're still getting the 3 points. And after the Rangers defeat, which was quite embarrassing for them, it was all down to what they're going to do in the next game, and the fact that they got the 3 points on me tells me they're up for this. That's 12 games left or something. You know, that's 12 finals for them. 12 finals for Celtic is 12 finals for Rangers. Hearts on any other cups. Celtic and Rangers play each other in the cup, so they've only got one focus, and it's to get 3 points every week. And either team's a bit weakened, but they're still dragging these points out, so they're in it.
Yeah, again, Rangers drawing 2-2 with Livingston. Again, that was a bit of a poor result for them as well, being away. And
like I said last week, Livy is a hard game away. It doesn't matter how bad they are, it doesn't matter how bad they're doing, it's always a hard game. When they went 2-0 down, I didn't think Rangers were going to get back into it, but when they went down to 10 men, you had that feeling, if they score, they'll score again.
Aye.
And obviously with the end, they could have free kick outside in the last second of the game, or he could have gave the penalty. They could have won it, but it's no easy. Everybody thinks you're a better team, so you'll just win and that's it.
Yeah.
You need to remember mentality as well. This is the business end of the season. You're going for a title. Two of the teams haven't really won much, so it starts to get where they're expected to win. Can they handle the pressure? Celtic have been there, done it, but they're the ones that don't seem to be handling the pressure, so it's going to be a really, really interesting run in. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, I'm just looking at some of the upcoming fixtures. I mean, we've got Hearts versus Aberdeen on Saturday, and then we're coming into March, and then, as we touched on just off air, It's like the Glasgow Derby. So again, it's realistically Celtic need to kind of win that game to keep themselves in the kind of league title race.
If they draw, then they win their game in hand next week against Aberdeen away. They're only like a point behind.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They need at least a draw to stay in it. If Rangers win, they're 5 points ahead then. Even with the win, that's leaving them 2 points away. So you've got to keep accumulating the points. It was a really, really tough defeat against Hibs. It shouldn't have happened. I don't know what Trusty was thinking about. I can't understand how McCoy and all that are all going mad saying it's never a red. Don't lift your hands like that. That was just stupidity for me. Alright, you're tussling, let him tussle you and get a penalty. Don't raise your horn and punch him like that. That was just, and we were going for the win. Celtic were on ascendancy, it was one each. It was like, it's coming. As soon as he gets sent off, the first thing I said to my mate was, we're going to get beat now and Rangers will draw, watch this.
Aye, and
right,
it did.
5 minutes later I was like, I knew it. I could sense the turn of the tide, and I think that's going to happen quite a lot at the end of the season.
Just some other games. Tuesday the 3rd of March, Dundee United will play St Mirren, but however St Mirren also have an away game again. First one they'll be playing Livingston. Again, it'll be another hard ask for St Mirren, and then they'll be going to another away game at Dundee United. It's two tough teams for the Saints. Don't see them.
This is the one for them. They have got to beat Livingston.
Aye.
They must. Are there right in this relegation zone? I don't understand what's happened to them. They've got a chance to be in 2 finals and here they are, 2 points off of Kilmarnock, and let's face it, Kilmarnock scored it in them to claw some form together.
Oh aye.
Dundee have started to stretch away. They're 4 points ahead of them at the bottom and 27 points. St Mirren sitting there in 23. It's hard to watch actually, because to me they've been a top 6 team for the last good few years. They've got a good squad, they've won a cup, they were playing well, and they've just been off the rails for me. It's a strange one.
Yeah, I mean, it's also not an easy game for Celtic again on the bounce up to Pittodrie on the Wednesday, the 4th of March, playing Aberdeen. Again, it can be, I mean, not that I'm saying Aberdeen are a good side, because I mean, they have kind of strengthened gradually over the season, but against Celtic it could be a hard ask for them as well.
It looked as though they're going to beat Dundee. They've obviously been down to 10 men and Dundee turned it around.
Yeah.
Strangely, they beat Motherwell. Motherwell beat them a few days before it. It's been a weird one for Aberdeen. But
Yeah.
I fear going up to Pittodrie next week to play them, to be honest. I think when it comes to the big guns coming, they always up their game.
Aye.
And I just think that's where we could lose the league.
You think?
Honestly, I think even if we beat Rangers, we get up there and we lose, I think that'll be the place we've really got to push and win that game.
Aye. Well, that's that for the Premier. We'll go into the Championship. Dunfermline over the weekend drew 2-2 with Partick. I believe that might have been a good game. Queen's Park, they drew 1-1 with St Johnstone. Again, St Johnstone have not been that great either. They've kind of slowed right down the pace.
I think that they got a player sent off the other night, was it not? They've had a few kind of short results, but they got a player sent off against Queen's Park. They were 1-0 up. Queen's Park scored an equaliser in the last minute. They played, was it the Cup the other night?
Yeah. And then on the Saturday, Arbroath, they played Dunfermline and they managed to win 4-2. Ayr United, they drew 0-0 with Ross County. Partick Thistle, they had a great win against Airdrie, 1-0. And then Queen's Park managed to win 3-2 against Morton. So again, Morton's had a wee bit of an up and down kind of season with points. Airdrie, they've kind of slipped a wee bit. Ross County, they'll be looking to kind of hold League One at the moment. Dunfermline, they'll be looking to kind of stay mid-table, and Arbroath, they are just heeing on.
For me,
3-0 to Auchinleck Talbot.
Oh my god. For me, Partick had a really good chance the other night. to close the gap up to 1 point, and they fumbled for a draw.
Yep.
But it seems to be tit for tat now. One's dropping points, the other's dropping points. So that is going to be a very interesting and good to watch running between St Johnstone and Partick. And I still fancy Partick to take it at the end. Do you know that?
I mean, Partick, it's still doable. How many games do they play in a season? Is it 30 something? Because it's what, 10?
36 I think it is.
36, so I mean there's still quite a few games to have.
11 games to go. Again, that's 11 finals for them. They've got to pick up as many points as possible, and you know yourself, that's probably the most competitive league where everybody can beat everybody.
Yeah.
So there's they should beat them, you just never know. So
exactly. Looking at the upcoming fixtures, like Airdrie play Morton, Dunfermline they'll play Queen's Park, Partick Thistle will play Arbroath, Ross County they'll play Wraith Rovers, and St Johnstone will play Ayr United. Again, Airdrie is a big ask against Morton. It's a bit unpredictable at times, but Partick they should kind of hopefully comfortably win against Arbroath. They've got the strength and the
I don't know, mate. For me, Arbroath, there've been so many wins, so many draws, bad defeats when you think they're going to win. That's a game they can win, definitely. That's why they're sitting third. They've pulled out some amount of great results this season.
Yeah. And then of course Ross County, they'll be, again like I said, they'll be trying to just kind of fight it for just staying in League One.
It's been a shocker.
Or Championship, I should say.
We thought they'd be up there, but again, look at Airdrie. Airdrie were rock bottom for so much of this, and then they started climbing the table.
Yeah.
But now they're still rock bottom, joint with Ross County in 23 points. So you're starting to, again, such a hard thing league to predict. Airdrie, you start to see them against like Queen's Park, they'll beat them and then they get beat 3-0, and it's just such a weird league.
Aye.
I think they must really enjoy it. The teams that are in it must enjoy it, because you know yourself, you could win and lose every week.
Aye, 100%.
It's not like the Prem where you've got two teams that normally just beat everybody and the rest are fighting for third place.
Aye, of course.
So you've got a proper league where everybody can win it and everybody can lose it, and the fact it's only 10 teams in it, you can go from second to 10th quite quickly. So you've got to keep your form up all season.
Aye. I mean, that's as everybody says, like Championship, League One, League Two, they're all rather the same. It's so competitive within these leagues. It's hard to really determine like where teams are going to end up. Sometimes it can be a shock of a year where a certain team think they might do great and might find themselves struggling.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is. But likes of, again, this year in the Lowland League, I've found it quite exciting to see the kind of competitiveness from like Bonnyrigg that were in League 2. It was just unfortunately last year when they were in League 2 they get deduction points quite heavily on them. I think that's what kind of costed them the season and went back to Lowland League.
Yeah.
But I think how it's gone this year within the Lowland League, they'll be definitely looking to bounce back. So
Ricky's just informed us that it's 4-0 to Auchinleck Talbot now.
Well, at least
what a doing this is.
At least they can celebrate their milestone. It's that is in its own way an achievement. It's a bit of happy news.
I must admit, but I thought they'd be up for it tonight. I did think this is going to be a battle tonight. Auchinleck have started to kind of drop points here and there, so the Borough have started to come into a bit of form. So I did expect quite a tight game, but
yeah. I mean, again, that you still get a lot of games to play, right enough. So it's still doable, like, you know, to be in the top 8.
Definitely doable. Top 8 is a must, but when you've got a chance to win a Premiership, you've got to take it. But you've got to beat the teams like this. You can't take 4-0 scalpings off them. And let's say it's not even half time, it could be a lot worse.
Aye. So we'll just quickly just go into League One, because I believe we'll be doing a wee little surprise call to Darius to give us a wee recap of what the first half was like. So yeah, so we'll just quickly go through League One and then we'll give them a wee buzz. So the results from Saturday in League One: Allo Athletic, they managed to win 3-0 against Hamilton. Cove Rangers managed to draw 1-1 with Kelty Hearts. Inverness SAT drew 1-1 with Steny. Montrose, they managed to win 3-2 against Queen of the South. Peterhead managed to win 3-1 against East Fife. And the upcoming fixtures is East Fife will play Allo Athletic, Hamilton will play Montrose, Kelty Hearts will play Inverness, Queen of the South will play at Peterhead, and Stenhousemuir will play Cove Rangers. So we'll just give... Oh, right, okay. Right, we'll just call Andy and we'll see if he is available. If he can pick up.
He's expecting our call, so we're going to call Darius, but we'll call Andy first because we said we'd call him at 20 past.
I don't think Andy will want to lift the phone up now.
Oh, we might have a problem, guys.
What's wrong?
WhatsApp can't actually call at the moment. I'm just trying to call and it's...
WhatsApp doesn't want to embarrass the borough any more than he...
Yeah, so might not actually happen tonight actually. But for League One, it's again another competitive league. Let's see, that's League Two, so League One. So again, Inverness CT, they are sitting currently first at the moment with 48 points. Steny on 43, Allo Athletic on 40, and then near bottom, Kelty Hearts are on 16, Cove Rangers are on 23, Hamilton on 26, and East Fife on 28. I tell you, the first team manager for Hamilton, he's a through and through Banky, but I think he's done tremendously well for Hamilton. He spoke the other day, his post-match interview. He was quite honest about the performance of Hamilton performed, and he definitely said it wasn't good enough, and he wanted to apologise to the fans for such a bad effort game. So I mean, fair play to him. But then again, our situation with like our games in the Lowland League, again, taking into consideration it was a cup game, so it was a bit of leeway, but it's the third defeat in a row, which in a Banky's perspective, it's not really happened in about at least 1 or 2 years. I can't remember the last time Clydebank had a proper bad run, if you know what I mean. They always seem to have bounced back with results, but it's just not really clicking with them. Again, like I said, considering with the consideration of the Lowland League Cup, it was bearable. It went to penalties. We played a lot better. We drew 1-1 to the whole full 90 minutes and then went to penalties, and I think we just kind of gave it away. We just didn't really want to be bothered with it. I mean, you'll probably watch the highlights on your phones later, but when it came to the penalties, you'll definitely know.
Right, Callum, you're a bit early with this. You can be depressed in 35 minutes. So let's just get back to Inverness and Hamilton. The amount of points Hamilton's lost this season.
Oh, it's tremendous.
Even sitting on 8th place and looking to climb the table. As I said last week, they should have been like 3rd or 4th in the table. So they've done really, really well. Invercarley, 5 points off. They're still 5 clear of Steny.
Yeah,
so it looks like they're going to win that league. As I say, week in, week out, for clubs to be in such a dire strait where you don't even know if you're going to play week to week, to be going to win a league is phenomenal. But for me, it's will the players stay without that security for future?
Yeah.
Tech guy Ricky here's jumping about is trying to get things working. If he's wondering why he's not talking tonight.
I know it feels like we've actually came in unprepared for once. It's a bit unusual. Yeah, so it's a bit all over the place.
That's us go to the sheets this week as well.
Honestly, like I said off air, like I came for my work this afternoon, just completely rushed. It was like, oh, well, how am I going to find the time for all this stuff? But I'm here and stuff like that. So League Two, we'll just kind of briefly move on. Dumbarton over the weekend on Tuesday the 24th, they drew 0-0. It was a bit of probably a snooze fest from what I'm hearing, against Clyde. Elgin, they managed to win 3-0 against Edinburgh City. Stirling Albion managed to win 2-0 against Annan. And then Saturday the 21st, Clyde comfortably winning 5-0 against Edinburgh City. East Kilbride still flying high right enough. They managed to win 3-1 against Dumbarton. Elgin managed to win 1-0 against Stirling Albion. Forfar, they managed to win 2-1 against Annan, and Stranraer managed to win 2-1 against the Spartans.
And what a result that is for Stranraer. Spartans are really pushing for that title. They've got 2 games in hand. They're 6 points behind now. 5 points behind, so they can still go top. But it just shows you they're not guaranteed the 3 points for these games.
Yeah, of course. It's still quite a big gap, but again, Spartans, they've only got 24 games played, whereas East Kilbride have gone and played 26. So the gap can still quite close.
As I say, they can go a point above them, but just seeing Stranraer beating them 2-1 at the weekend just shows you the points aren't guaranteed. So
yeah,
it's still nothing to play for, and East Kilbride have got the points in the bank, so they're top because they're winning more. So it's up to Spartans to chase them, but I thought that was a big loss for them there.
Oh, hello, Andy.
Need to turn them up. What the hell is happening? I left and everybody's in good spirit, and I was raging I was missing it now. I'm glad I'm missing it. Really?
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's like I said to Davey, at least we can celebrate their milestone.
What do you think's going wrong then? Can they just know? Are they creating chances?
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I've just been told there the radio isn't picking Andy up. We can hear you, Andy, but nobody else can actually hear him.
Oh,
we've just been talking to ourselves here.
Interesting.
So I promise you, Andy is on the line and we're actually having a conversation with him.
Yeah, it's just been all over the place, unfortunately, with technology having issues. It's been quite a day.
Well, that was such a good build up. There's a good crowd up there. So good with the lights on, just the feeling it, and I thought it was going to be a right good battle out there. And
Well, we'll need to say bye-bye to you just now, Andy, 'cause for some reason you're not coming through to the listeners, but you're coming through to us, okay? So we'll contact IT tech support.
I would say enjoy the second half, mate, but I'm not sure you're going to.
I don't. Borough's well known for coming back, but I think probably 4 goals is probably too much for a Borough. Yep. Well, thank you, Andy.
See you later.
Well, tech issues galore tonight, guys.
It's just not to be this tonight. It's just a bit everywhere. But we'll have a wee break with Wet Wet Wet.
point. And what was a big occasion as well, you know. You're looking for a bit more.
That's it. You know you're going to get a bit of a crowd tonight as well, so you're looking to put in a performance, aren't you?
It's a really good turnout. I don't know what's in here, but somewhere between 350 and 500, I would say, is a really, really good crowd.
I'll be honest, I didn't expect it.
Quite a few of whom.
When we came off the park, there wasn't that many people there, but we just started to see as we were setting up, they were piling in, and all the heads poking in, asking what we were up to and stuff. I just thought, looks really busy out there. And when Darius turned up and I poked my head out, I thought, this is absolutely bouncing now.
It really is. This is way more than normal, and that's kind of revenue stream for the club as well. The neighbours will be so thrilled about the Borough Boys and their drums, but you know, it's just a bit of a letdown. But the last 5 minutes it has been more or less Borough attack after attack, or not making anything of it, because a lot of ball up in their box, got a wee free kick at the edge of the box now. Russell's put his cultured left foot beside it. He's probably going to have a go for goal, I think, because he's probably getting the point where he's stuck fed up of putting the ball in and nobody getting near it. But referees organising the defence every 30 seconds or so, I would think.
Well,
let's see what happens here. Russell goes, Russell a few steps back, up he comes, blasts it in, keeper saves it without breaking sweat. It was a bit of a miss, believe it or not. even the great man's having a bit of an off night, it has to be said.
That's it. Right, we'll let you go then, Andy. We'll catch up with you shortly and get an update for you, alright, mate? Try and enjoy the rest of the game.
Andy, we'll call you back.
That means I've got to stay.
We'll call you back when it's 4-4, okay?
We'll bring you back on for your misery.
Alright, mate. Alright. See you later.
So,
well, that was Andy.
Not going great at the Borough then?
Not at all.
No, the night we thought it was going to be.
I must say though, give credit to likes of the Brian and stuff like that for pushing on with stuff to get the right qualifications and the right requirements for the Lowland League. It's becoming quite a nice stadium, I must say. Even though I was only, the last time I visited Keeney Park was maybe a year or two ago, because of how Clydebank went up and we never really seen yous again. But I think you should be quite a good addition to like Lowland League.
Here he goes, we went up and we've not seen you again. Remind me what it's like down there, boys.
Is this what it's like to be in the West of Scotland League again?
We're not in the Lowland League this year. Cut that out now.
It'll be a good addition to like the Lowland League if things go smoothly well with results going your way.
If you want to give Darius a wee phone, he's ready for us now. He can gaze up his update. He'll be a bit in depth because he's neutral.
Right, okay, so we'll give Darius a wee call, see what's happening there. Hopefully he'll pick up.
What's exciting?
Come on, Darius, you can do it. He did message me a minute ago saying, alright mate, sorry, I just seen this. Come on, Darius.
Must have his phone on silent.
He might have actually.
What a night this is. Well, we just chuck it and get him. Just play a playlist. Pull the shorts on, the last person has to turn the lights off. We'll leave it there now. We'll get back to him later. Oh, what a night.
Yeah, so we've got 11 and a half minutes, so we can, I don't know, what can we talk about?
I'd like to talk about Motherwell. I think Motherwell's going to be up there with the rest of the teams. I would say Motherwell's the best team in the country right now.
Motherwell?
They're playing the best right now, definitely.
That'll be for you.
He's phoning back.
Who's going to turn their phone off?
Hello, Darius, how are you? Oh no, it's through the computer.
Darius, we'll give you a wee phone back in a second, pal, right?
Try this again. Hello, Darius. Oh.
Let him answer.
Hello,
first.
can you hear me?
Hey,
yes, we can hear you now.
How's it going? I hear it's been a bit of hitting them in the break and 4-0 and rubbish.
It's not been great for Johnstone Burgh.
Talk us through it then. What's your take here?
I think Auchinleck have been the better team. I think they've just been more up for it, I'd say. You know what I mean? I think Johnstone Burgh have just they've not been at it at all.
Nah. See any way back?
Nah. What was that?
See any way back?
Nah, I don't see any way back. I think that's it. Game sealed, delivered.
Well, you're a bundle of joy, aren't you?
No hope for the Borough fans.
He's not getting invited back, man.
Darius, it's Ricky here. Johnstone Borough's quite well known for coming back in the second half. They have done it quite a few times this season, but obviously 4-0 is going to be too much for them. What do you think? Is there even a chance of one goal coming back? I think Auchinleck could add to it.
Maybe one goal for Borough, but I'd say Auchinleck are going to get 1 or 2. But I just think they've just been more up for it. I think they'll be looking to add to their goals.
Ugh. I'm kind of glad we left. Glad we had technical problems and couldn't broadcast.
You're going to have to up your support, Darius. Getting that sideline when you start shouting your boots. Ask them if they know who you are. No looking good then.
I think Johnstone Burgh started all right. I think the first 10-15 minutes they played really well, but just as soon as Auchinleck scored one, it's been, you know what I mean? They've struggled. Yeah.
We spoke to someone else who's at the game, a guy who comes on the show now and again, like yourself, Andy Steele, and he said the same thing. Right. He said it was he said it looked quite well for Borough at the beginning. Like it looks like it was going to be our night. Then it just everything seemed to be on the counter.
Yep. As I say, Johnson started all right first 10-15 minutes, but Auchinleck have, you know what I mean? They've looked pretty good. A good team.
Well, hopefully it stays at 4-0. There's no more goals popped in by Auchinleck.
Well, you tend to forget though, like Talbot have got a very strong manager with a lot of great experience. Talbot have had that manager for a number of years now, and he actually brings like the youth, most of them, into his first team, and he starts to kind of gel them again, and it's like that kind of start a season where they start off quite poor, but they bring them up mid-season and then they gel between mid kind of late end of the season and they play really, really decent football. So he knows his stuff.
Auchinleck's a good team, without a doubt. I wouldn't be surprised if they're above Borough at the end of the season, but I thought we'd had a chance tonight,
especially with the amount of crowd that turned up. The fan base tonight, as I say, Andy was saying it was a good 4-5 to 100 he reckons. He definitely would have been more up for it with that kind of back in the day.
Oh, heavy tackle in there, Johnstone Burgh. Heavy tackle.
Red card.
That's all we need.
Yellow card.
Yellow.
Aye.
Oof, I'm wiping the sweat off my brow.
just while you're on, Darius, a quick thing, mate. See the weekends. How did you find the Celtic game?
Celtic game, I poor. Celtic were poor on Sunday. I thought Hibs were, they just looked more up for it. Definitely, I thought Celtic were pretty poor.
We were touching on as well all the referee decisions and how they've got to start being more consistent. Every call's getting scrutinised now because every week it's a different call for the same kind of fouls, etc. You've obviously got
nearly another goal for Auchinleck there.
Obviously get the foul at Rangers, the penalty claims at Celtic, the Motherwell incident with the boy getting sent off. What's your take on the referees this season?
I think VAR has been pretty inconsistent. It's been, I think the red card for the St Mirren player, I thought it was very, very harsh.
Yeah.
You look back at it, I thought originally Scales won. Trustee's red card was, harsh, but you see it again, and see why.
I don't understand how people are actually saying it was near a red card.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't at first, and then I don't know if it's just lashed out, but it's not been At Celtic, I don't think they even deserved anything from Sunday anyway. I thought they were pretty poor, to be honest.
I just think VAR's no fit for purpose in this country. It's how can they get these decisions so wrong every week when they've got VAR in place to make it. Everybody can see what's a foul, no a foul these days, and they're still consistently getting these decisions wrong. Do you think it might go to a VAR decision for the title?
What was it, sorry?
Do you think the VAR decisions maybe tilt the title to one team?
I don't know. I mean, still, it was a big game on Sunday. Obviously, the Celtic are playing Rangers at Ibrox, so that's a stick point for both teams. But definitely, I think Hearts are in the driving seat for the title. At the moment, I don't see why. I think you look at the split fixtures. Celtic's running, Rangers running, and Hearts have got a good run into the split.
Definitely,
I think they'll definitely be up there at the end of the season.
I just hope, no matter who wins it, I really just hope VAR hasn't played its part on the, people missing out in the title because of these bad decisions. Because if you start dropping too many points, it's going to kick off for everybody. They've got to be consistent to the end and allow the best team must win. For me, doesn't matter who it is. If we've been the best team, you don't want to lose because of a penalty here or somebody sent off wrongly, it's overturned later. They really need to start getting these decisions right for me.
Hello? You there?
You hear us?
I think it cut out there. What are you saying again, sorry?
I'm just saying, I just hope the best team does win the league no matter who it is, and it doesn't come down to VAR decisions deciding who wins it. Because it can be that tight.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for as well. But we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of games to go. There's still points to play for. So starting with this weekend, to see what Hearts get on against Aberdeen and then Celtic Rangers. I think whoever loses that is out the title race.
See, I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. Everybody's concentrating on Celtic Rangers because they're playing each other, but Hearts still need to win as well. And everybody forgets that. It's like, well, they'll just win that game. That's not going to be an easy game for Hearts either. And I think you've got to really watch out for Motherwell now as well. They're sneaking up there.
As I'm saying, Motherwell 5-0 against St Mirren. It's a great result. I watched highlights of their game on Saturday coming back from Thrieve. Got in the West of Scotland wheel spinner, but I've watched the highlights of the St Mirren Motherwell game. I think Motherwell have been excellent to watch.
That's what we're just saying. They're probably the best team out the four at this present time for their form.
Aye, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think Motherwell, Jens Berfalasco's got them playing some great football. You look at the likes of this boy Said as well. Elliot Watt's been great as well. So Motherwell have been definitely. They've got a good run into the split as well. I think they've got they've got both the Dundee teams coming up, and then they're away to Celtic on the 14th of March. Which, to be honest, I think Motherwell will fancy their chances. You know what I mean, they've gave Celtic some great games this season, so
definitely.
I think they'll fancy it again.
I don't think anybody in the top four will be fearing anybody now. I think it's just one of them where it's nobody's getting to lose anymore.
Yep.
Everything
100%. That's it. I think Hearts. I think Hearts Aberdeen on Saturday. I'll be interested to see how that goes. I think Aberdeen have not been great, this season whatsoever. Again, losing to Dundee.
Then
the weekend there.
Exactly. They pop up and beat Motherwell unexpectedly, and you're like, where did that come from? So it's not going to be an easy game for Hearts. I think that's one to watch as well, to be fair.
Yep. Definitely. I think if Hearts can win on Saturday, even though Aberdeen have not been great to watch this season, but I think if Hearts win that's another game closer to the title. I think right now out the four teams, I don't see why Hearts aren't in the driving seat. I think the run into the split for them is definitely favourable.
Yeah, definitely.
I think four of the next 6 games at Tynecastle, so yeah.
Well, a bit interesting to see. But listen, mate, thanks for phoning back in. We're going to be going for a break now, so enjoy the rest of the game, and we might get to speak to you later. All right, pal?
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See ya.
Speak to you soon.
Cheers. Thank you.
Right, so we'll kind of prevent injuries from like the bigger names for like league games.
I'll just say, when the Clydebank scores pop up and they do get beat, I like to stick it into the group chat just to get one over, Callum. But I think Karma's bit is right in the butt of the night, Ricky, with this 4-0 down with Auckland leg.
Aye, it's, well, I mean, this Saturday we're away down in England, so it'll be a long defeat. If
Are you going?
I will be going, yeah. I will be. So is my dad. He'll be going, and many hundred of fans of Clydebank will be going as well. But if you're going there, I mean,
What's your gut feeling?
Maybe a draw. I don't see them winning it, but again, it's Clydebank. It's unpredictable times at this moment in time.
Well, hopefully you're cheering and singing and dancing coming up in the bus.
If no, I'll send you a wee text to cheer you up on the way back.
Loser.
I mean, coming back to the Celtic game, like on Saturday, like I actually felt like I was in Parkhead. I mean, because like again, it's just young boys and all that, but you know they were still playing all their Celtic songs. The grand old team to play for and all that. I'm like, this is all like the first team stuff. Like,
yeah. Well, this is how I don't agree with the B teams, because that's meant to be technically with reserves, right? So
aye.
when a player's injured and they've got to play games, they're meant to play with Celtic B, but they'll no force them to date anymore because of how low it is doing compared to the first team.
Yeah.
So they see it more as a risk to send them to play.
In the lower leagues.
Aye.
No.
Mere chance of injuries, whatever. So that to me, it doesn't benefit the youth. They don't seem to make it for coming for the lower league. The Celtic, so they end up getting papped off somewhere else or into another team, the juniors, or you know, they don't make it. So I don't understand what the need is for these B teams to be in these leagues, to be honest. I think they really need to reform a reserve league properly.
I mean, I feel sorry for likes of the under 20s, for likes of the Clydebank youths. I mean, we let one go. I can't mind what year it was, but he made his first debut for a first goal actually for Fleetwood. And I'm like, well, that's pretty good. If you're getting shouts down south and you know you're getting good goals, you know, it's like why can we not, as you say like many weeks ago, like why can we not just rely on like youths instead of buying somebody from another team that can probably just as good, if not better.
To be fair, Fleetwood's a good outfit. They were an upcoming rising team. I don't know, they've kind of halted it now, but they got a lot of backing for a while. One of our own up here actually, was it, you called him Mickey, what did you call him?
Sorry, I was just message my phone there.
Oh dear, Ricky's just no ways tonight.
Checking the scores and stuff.
Mickey Mellon used to run them. He's from Johnstone, Eldersley.
What's his name?
Mickey Mellon. He ended up, he came up in a couple of years ago. He was Dundee United manager, I believe it was.
I know what you're talking about.
When he was down there, they had really good backing and they were flying up the leagues, and they're a really well run club. They're a decent outfit, so it says something if he's getting a game with them.
I mean, we've had other boys from the under 20s. We've had like Dunn from went to Stranraer, and he's played quite well for them as well. Like, you know, we were rhyming off like results from like Stranraer, and they're still flying high as well. But Dunn, he was one of the defenders for the under 20s Bankies team, and he's been doing really well. I just don't understand why we can't look at our youths and go, why not give them a shout?
It's a snobbery, I'm telling you. It's like, no, you've got to buy products that are ready to play right now, rather than taking the time to make your own product to that level. And it's something that's halting football for me. See, if you look at football 20, 30 years ago, you've got superstars all over the world, and it used to be, what was it like Italia 90, and then you had the Italian football started getting played in Channel 4. Just to watch these players play was amazing. But back then you had the two foreigner rule, so you had more homegrown talent in each team. That's killing the international game as well now, because even like England used to have maybe 5 teams worth that could play for England. They were so good. Now you've got your 20 odd players, and if a few are injured, they're replacing them with lesser players. So you think you just need to look at how Scotland are beating the big teams now. Back then that wouldn't happen because they were too strong and too good. To me, there's too many athletes playing football now and not enough football players. You're actually getting penalised for being good at football but not an athlete. So they'll drop you, even though you're probably 10 times better than a player who can run 90 minutes.
Of course.
They seem to be changing the game. This was a thing Alex Ferguson brought in years ago, where you had to be an athlete to compete for him.
Quite right, aye.
But now every team's doing that, and it's everybody. So now you're cutting out real football players. So to me, the game's went skillful wise. You've not got enough wingers that take on players, people who dare. It's all pass, move, pass. But every team's gone that way. So now it's becoming quite bland and boring because everybody's playing the same way. You don't have teams playing the long ball, the big striker, wee striker, flick it on, he scores. You don't get these tactics anywhere.
Aye.
And I think that takes a big chunk out the game, to be honest.
I mean, it's just, slightly off topic from Scotland, but like the Champions League the other night, can I just say like how great like Glenvale were beating Man City, and even though they've not played a game in the league since December, because of their like winter season or something that's over there, they can't play whatever reason. Can't mind. Bodo Glimt,
aye. They just hammered Inter Milan.
Aye, it was Inter Milan, aye.
Yep. But I think it was like 5-1, 4-1 overall.
Yeah.
5-2 it was.
5-2.
And that's a team that's like currently out of season at the moment, and they're still...
And a team with a less budget than Celtic. That's why we're chasing their manager. We want that Newt as a manager. They are superb. And see the football they're playing last night, look at some of the goals. It was unbelievable.
Aye.
And that's we're looking like going, how can we not play like that?
Aye, exactly, aye.
You know, there's no reason for it because they've not got a big budget. They're quite a small budget for being in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And they're such a good team to watch. I get bored quite a lot with the Champions League now because it's the same team, same players.
Aye.
So seeing a team like that, I love to watch it when they're playing, and they are absolutely tremendous. It was like a bit like Atalanta the last 2 years where they were really on form and playing good. But all that happens every time is a big team will come in with big money and poach their players.
Aye.
They disband back to what they were, and it's just so boring because of money.
Oh, it was just Darius. He was just putting a wee message on there saying it's still 4-0 to Talbot. Hadn't expected Borough to something. I'll just double check what was said there. Just double check.
Yeah, tell them there's no need for that update.
What's that? There must be like about 6 or 7 minutes left, most, including.
Can I see the long left?
So it says still 4-0 here to Auchinleck. Hadn't expected Borough to be blowing out the water. So I suppose it's near enough approaching full time in it.
Nobody saw that coming tonight, I don't think.
We'll give him another call. See what the updates were. May as well see what his reactions were.
Somebody answer the phone. Somebody answer the phone. So that was a song.
Hello, Darius.
Hello, how are we getting on? We all right?
Yes, not too bad here at the studio. How are you?
Aye, not too bad. Game that looks like it's coming to an end.
Is it raining? We don't have windows. Is it raining? Is it raining and cold?
It's raining. It's not as cold, but raining.
Nah, depressing night. Just a whole depressing night.
Just been a rotten second half, Darius?
Nah, not really. It's walking like again. I've had a good few chances, but nothing much other than thought Johnstone would have got a goal or two tonight. You know what I mean? I didn't think it would have been blown out the water. You know what I mean?
Are the fans leaving in droves yet?
Yeah, it's starting to empty. It was busy. I think the young team are. I think one of them still got pyro lit up. I see it at the other end of the ground, so one of them's trying to light up pyro. But yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It was pyro at the start, but there's pyro lit off. There we go.
Come on, Darius, don't be a grass mate.
That's a fine for the club, man.
Probably the best thing that's happened all day.
Right. The young team have been good. They've been good in the atmosphere. So I'm trying to get the crowd up for it at the start. But it's a shame the team haven't been up for it.
No, definitely, mate. They had a wee bit of hang me to it, but you've got to turn up on the night, haven't you?
No. Yep, that's it. Yeah, just not the. I think something's happened here.
Was there a square up?
No.
No.
Don't know, one of the stewards is chasing one of the young team.
He's man marking him.
Entertaining end to the game. Entertaining end to the game off the field, so not too bad.
At least you get something out of it. Well, sorry, your first trip to the Borough hasn't been any better.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it here. It's my first trip, obviously, to Keene Park, so I quite like it. It's a good setup. It's a shame I've, not got the luck for Borough, but it's been good. Definitely hope to get back. I know I've seen they're playing away to Pollock on Saturday, so I can't get Keene Park in the wheel. So in my wheel of fortune, so we'll see what I get.
Good luck with that, mate. Well, thanks again for coming on, Darius.
Thanks, mate.
Good to have your insight in the games. Enjoy the rest of the game if you can.
No problem. Thank you, lads. Cheers.
Right, cheers, Darius. See ya.
Cheers. Bye.
No, well,
oh dear.
Looks like it's basically full time.
See, that's another question I forgot.
Is this what it's like to feel like a Clydebank fan the last 3 weeks?
Honestly, it's been
Carl,
brutal.
just turn his microphone on. What were you going to say there?
But it was a question I was going to ask earlier, but I just couldn't think it. I think SFA are too strict in the pyrotechnics and stuff like that. I mean, it is the ultras that make the atmosphere happen. We get penalised against in that cup game, the Scottish Cup against Stranraer, and it was only one or two boys that had a pyro, but bear in mind they had a bucket full of sand, and they done it properly. They took it out and they put it in their sand, and it was all done, dusted, but apparently they still get fined for it. And
I think it's a danger zone, but I mean, we've had fires. I don't know if you've ever seen the Bradford City fire.
Aye.
We've had fires before it's killed people, right? Two, when Rangers won the league, I picked up a boy up in Glasgow, and he was telling me how the atmosphere changed. He says it was a big party atmosphere. He says I felt the change. I got a bit thingy. People started fighting. He says, and then I seen a boy getting his fingers blown up. And I thought he's talking rubbish, but then a day or two later, it's all over the paper. He was holding a flare, and it exploded, and his fingers went all over.
Geez.
So he never found them. So I can see the whys of them to ban them. For me, they should be working on different pyros that are safe for in stadiums to make the atmosphere, and ban the ones that can obviously start these things. But I can see the reason why you'd want them there, but why is nobody went to make something like this that you can take into a stadium to create the atmosphere?
Because
it is good. It does add the
because I see all the kind of European football, like your Germany.
Yeah,
they're forever using pyros and stuff like that, and it actually looks quite decent. Say when you've got a really big stadium shaped like a bowl, but yet still got a corner or two with pyros. It actually is quite nice.
I'm going to show you a video. I think it was last season. Do you remember this, Ricky? Yeah. River Plate were playing Boca Juniors,
right?
And it was at River Plate's home ground, and they lit up the pyro show, and it was like nothing you've ever seen before. And they had to stop the game for it hadn't even started yet. They had to hold it back for 10 minutes for the smoke that was all over
to clear away.
I thought everybody's breathing that in, that you couldn't see right in front of you, never mind on the park. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And you think that's a bit too much. People are choking in it, but it was a spectacle. But they allow them in these countries. I don't know why, but I think that's the killer, because it's always our countries get hit with the bans first for everything.
Aye.
Can they drink at games? Can they like pyros? And then they turned it anywhere it was illegal to even have a pyro, so you get the jail for that. So
oh wow.
They went full gun on that. It was like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe a bit more. I think it was about 2017 actually. They changed the law,
right,
so that you couldn't actually take a pyro into the stadium.
Wow.
So it's a weird one, but they need to tackle it somehow. They need to give them something that they can use, so that they can stop using the harmful stuff.
Aye. Try and get back on track with the Lowland League. So the rest of the results. So the Civil Service Strollers, they get beat 2-0 from the Braves. Celtic B get beat 3-1 against Clydebank. Cumbernauld Colts managed to win 4-0 against Albion. East Stirlingshire managed to lose 3-1 against Berwick. Ferradine managed to get beat 4-0 against Linlithgow. Gretna 2008 managed to win 1-0 against Boness United. Stirling Uni wish they'd done us a favour, but they didn't. They get beat 1-0 to Bonnyrigg Rose. Tranent, they drew 1-1 with Cowdenbeath. And the Friday night, Hearts B, they lost 1-0 to Thorn Athletic. And then it was bits of through the week. This week it was the Lowland Cup, which I don't really have results for, but I do know the Linlithgow versus Clydebank, that ended 1-1. It went to penalties, and it was like a 3-0 penalty to Linlithgow, and they were through. So I don't know who else is through to the next Lowland Cup round. I'm not really sure.
Have you beaten them this season at all?
Linlithgow?
Yeah.
No.
So a draw the first game. They put you at another cup, didn't they?
Yeah, it was the South Cup, the South Region Cup, I should say. And then it was many months, like till yesterday, they put us out the Lowland Cup.
Did you draw with them in the league?
I'm not sure. I would need to check that, but probably.
Something tells me it was a draw, because I remember I don't think I've beaten them this year.
No.
And remember, that's what we thought at the start. This is going to be between you and them for this league.
Yeah.
And they fell even further than news. It's wild.
Well, that's the thing. We've got league action with Linlithgow on the second last game of the season, and then the last game of the season for us is the Braves.
Yeah.
So it's
to be fair with Linlithgow, they're 5 points behind you, but they've got 2 games in hand.
Aye, so they could jump us on all. To be fair,
they've just had a few games called off, so they're actually still in the mix as well. But Bonnyrigg is flying now.
Well, that's the thing. If Bonnyrigg only have like maybe 1 or 2 losses, and then we catch up on them by the amount of games we've got in hand, we could technically bounce them as well. So it's quite a tight top finish, to be fair.
It's quite interesting as well. I remember when you first played Celtic B and you said they weren't up to much, and I think you hammered them the first game. They're actually up to 8th now on 40 points. They must have hit a bit of form. But you said Hearts B are leaving for the East League next year.
I don't know if they were going to go and find their own kind of development league. I'm not sure.
I did read that Hearts were considered not going into the New East. They've been invited, they're allowed to go in, but they're looking at moving out and playing against like development teams around their own area, which
technically makes sense because it screws the league up a wee bit because it's a bit of a disadvantage to like the genuine teams. Like you were saying, like for the ones that are injured, they can just pop in, play for the B team for like 1 or 2 games and back out again. So it's like it kind of chokes the league up a bit. But it's not actually a bad move for these B teams to look into development leagues.
Do you know what it reminds me of, Callum? There was a game like at the start of the PlayStation called Aqua Soccer. Do you remember it, Davey? No, Aqua Soccer. That was just before FIFA came out. That was like one of the very first games. You got it free with a PlayStation 1, and they didn't use real players, and that's what it kind of reminds me of the Celtic team. Like you're playing the real Celtic team, but it's like A. Smith and F. McDowell and all that. You're like, what?
I remember even when FIFA didn't have the licence for the players, and it was all
right. Yep. It was all weird names.
It was Stoichkov, it was Steve.
Yeah, that's a better example actually.
Yeah. But I just don't agree with it. But that's the game finished by way up at the Borough 4-0.
Well.
I just don't agree with the B teams and not being in these leagues. This is serious leagues that are trying to qualify into the pro leagues.
Yeah.
And obviously, if Celtic B or Hearts B were on to win this league, they can't go anywhere.
They can't go anywhere.
What happened with Rangers? When did they pull out of this?
Was it last season or 2 seasons ago?
I think it was
quite recent.
They won in last season. It must have been 2 seasons ago.
So what are they doing then?
No idea.
I think they're in their development league with the rest of the B teams, like Motherwell. I know there's like your Premier teams, but they're all like in the Bs. So I mean Motherwell, Falkirk, probably Aberdeen. They've all got Bs, but I think they're all in their own kind of separate leagues for like development leagues. So I don't actually know, but I think that's probably where they'll pretty much end up.
To me, every B team should be forced into a development league.
Aye, 100%.
I don't agree with them being in any of the lower leagues or stuff like that. I know it's more competitive, but it's no fair for the other teams for me.
Aye.
14th July 2023. Rangers Football Club can confirm that they won't be playing in the Lowland League in season 23-24 and beyond.
So that was 3 years ago then. I kind of thought that because it was quite recent.
They joined this is after the introduction of a Conference League. So no.
Right, okay, so the upcoming fixtures for the Lowland League action domestically, we've got Friday night football on the 27th. We've got Cumbernauld Colts, they'll be playing the Hearts B. And then Saturday the 28th, Berwick, they'll be at home against Clydebank. Bonnyrigg will play Gallagherydine. Broxburn will play Trinent. Strollers will play Albion. And Cowdenbeath will play Linlithgow. So again, as a bankie, we're looking for like favours from Gallagherydine just to try and close in the gaps. Again, that's only if Clydebank can pick up their form, of course. So it's.
What about your injuries? Is the injured player starting to come back yet? Or?
Well, we've had two injuries against Linlithgow. I think we had Neely. He actually pulled his, I think it was his hamstring or something. The other day, he was seriously kind of limping for like most of the game, and thought, he's getting subbed off. Other injuries, not that I could think of. The rest of them were quite shakeable. They were quite fine, but I think Neely, I think he'll be out for a good few weeks. But hopefully the ones that are injured, hopefully coming back won't be too long after. So apparently it looks like we're kind of struggling for defenders.
But how come you just don't go out and get some?
I don't know.
See, this is again, go back to that thing, maybe there's no
Cap
offer, it's no windows or anything like that. Teams like this, for me, if you're struggling defensively, just go out and get defenders. This is, they're a good run club, they've got money there.
Aye.
You don't need to spend a fortune, so I don't understand why it doesn't happen more. To me, it shouldn't happen at all, but when you've got the option, you've got to take it.
Aye, I mean, definitely, but I've seen some of the team sheets over the last couple of weeks. We've actually slowly kind of just filled in gaps just on the bench just to like make numbers from like the under-20s, and I'm like, well, give them a shout. Like, if you're going to select them on the bench, use them. Like, I would rather use boys for the cups, gradually bring them in for something that's not really important, to maybe gel in for next season, and then hopefully they've got experience.
See, for me, the amount of cups that you've got to enter, right?
Aye.
There's obviously 4 or 5 cups you aren't even interested in.
Yeah.
So why, playing the full B team or the boys?
Exactly.
The reserve keeper, make sure they're getting game time, they're getting up to speed with things.
Yeah.
It gives them the confidence to play at that level as well.
Aye, no, I agree. It's the only kind of cup we tend to really prioritise is the Scottish Cup. Everything else around it kind of is just like a kind of whatever kind of thing. Like the South region, we're not really bothered about that, nor the Lowland League Cup. I think it's just a bit of money behind those, but for the Scottish Cup we usually tend to prioritise around that cup. We actually tend to go as kind of far as possible with that one because you get more money in that one. But yeah, it was just unfortunately we just get beat to Stranraer that week and just get put out. So that's the Lowland, and we'll bring up the Highland because it's getting that time where it's getting quite scary for the Highland League as well. So there is actually games on tonight in the Highlands which I didn't actually know about. So like Buckie Thistle are currently playing Brecon City. Brecon City are currently 3-0 up on the 73rd minute. Formartine United are winning 1-0 against Devonvale on again the 71st, and Strathspey are winning 3-2 against Rothes. But from the results from Saturday the 21st, Devonvale, they lost 3-2 to Clacknacuddon. Brecon managed to win 1-0 against Brora Rangers. Forest comfortably won 6-0 against Strathspey. Fraserburgh lost 2-1 against Keith. Inverurie won 2-1 against Lossiemouth. Rothes lost 4-0 to Nairn, and Wick lost 2-1 to Turriff United. And the upcoming fixtures for the Highland Leagues, Saturday the 28th, Strathspey will play Fraserburgh, Forest will play Nairn, Huntly will play Buckie Thistle, Keith will play Inverurie, Lossiemouth will play Wick, and Rothes will play Clacknacudden.
I was going to say, Ricky's not really spoke much. How do we not let him read out the team names?
I was about to say, well, maybe do a special next week.
He's been very good with his pronunciation today with his speech up at the Borough.
Yes, I have been, yes.
Probably the best thing that's happened at the Borough today, mate, yeah?
I should have sang a song.
From the experiences I've had up in the North leagues up at the Highlands, it's quite unusual. Most of these teams will actually come out with a pipe band coming out from the tunnel, which is quite unusual. I've never actually seen that ever before. I went to see Keith play Clydebank again. It was a Scottish Cup tie away, and Keith they actually had like a pipe band. I don't think it was Keith's, but it was like a Highland band with their drums and their snare drums and all that, playing like bagpipes and all that kind of cultural Highland Scottish stuff. It was really unusual.
Sounds pretty good. I like that kind of music.
It was quite different, quite cultural. But I would definitely love to see a bit more of the Highlands, because it is quite an unusual place. I've also been to what was it called? Former team. Their ground was like in the middle of nowhere, to be honest. If not, they were surrounded by trees like around them. It was, you couldn't see it unless you were like sat-naved to it. It's like one of these like rural places. But that's like the only kind of teams I've been to so far. Up there's like Formartine and Keith. But they're really nice grounds. Like, they're actually quite friendly people as well. You don't really get like your Talbots or your kind of like so-called banjos.
The leagues.
Like the banjos, like the fans like complaining here, there, and moaning at fans. And like, to be fair, these fans in the Highlands,
in the morning.
these fans actually up in the north are actually quite friendly.
We tuned in because we knew we were playing Johnstone Burgh the night, and we were getting called bandits and all sorts.
I was about to say, when we played Formartine, it was a crucial game. Was it 2 seasons ago in the Scottish Cup? Us, like, we didn't turn up that week for the Scottish Cup. I think we kind of threw it that year. But the fans, they actually did say, like, you know, it was quite a hard fought win, and you know, they wished us for the best of luck for the future seasons and stuff like that. So they were actually quite respectable in that aspect. So that's like, they're quite nice,
but
nice
they
people.
Mean it.
The fans I genuinely hate are Linlithgow's. Linlithgow fans are like quite cocky at times.
That's because they keep beating us.
I would say, like, in the east kind of side of football, like Linlithgow are like the versions of like Talbots. They're like quite arrogant people, but they're quite like an old club fan base. So like the other night we actually congratulated them, and then like the first words that came out of their mouths were like, "Oh, you need to work on your penalties." And I'm like, well, I'm like, well,
you're like, I've been taking penalties in the back door every day for the last 6 years, you know.
I'm like, well, okay, fair enough. Take the pinch of salt and just throw it away, but that's fine. But yeah, I just feel like Linlithgow they're like the kind of west side of like Talbot. It was just a bit salty.
To be honest, I think when you've got a good team, I think fans do get a bit carried away.
Gallus,
Start to think they're the supreme and all that. with Auchinleck, they have been the best junior team for years and years. They've won how many league Scottish Cups is it?
I think junior cups they've won quite a lot. Aye.
So I think that does come with a sense of we're better than yous.
Aye.
They've obviously got a massive rivalry with Cumnock down there, so imagine how they get to the Cumnock fans every time they play them. I'd actually we need to go to one of them. Cumnock v Auchinleck.
Wee derby. I mean, I have heard that there is always constant police about on like the long stretch of roads that kind of merge between the two towns, because it is quite a...
They march them through. It's like a police guard marching them. I used to work down there, and see when they were telling me, I didn't know anything about this, and I'm like, it's just a couple of villages. And I'm like, no, that's Auchinleck scum. When we get through there, we go to kill. And what's going on here? Pure hatred between these two wee villages. It's like, what?
I think that's and then like, you know, this upcoming season with the West and East getting divided, it's going to scare them, because I don't think Talbot would want to go up, neither Cumnock. They'll not want to come up, and potentially some of your other ones like local derbies that are around that Ayrshire bubble. I
disagree. I think
I disagree.
Especially like Talbot, I think they'll be thinking we can push up to Division 2, we can do Celtic Hearts. Celtic Hearts, I mean, I remember they obviously had their streets where they were really good. I went to the Scottish Cup semi-final against Cowan Rangers, and they had a good following, and never did I see them where they're now. Alright, they're bottom of the league and it looks like they're coming down, but to even get up there in the first place, as you're finding out, it's really hard. So I think Auchinleck will be really up for this. They've got a good squad, a good team, they're playing well. They were lucky tonight, but I think they'll be looking at themselves as, we can do this, we can get up to that second division, get into these pro leagues. They proved against Celtic they can play against top flight teams. They didn't look at a place when they played us at Kilmarnock. Done really well, and I just think they'll be looking up the way constantly. They'll not want to stay in that league anymore, especially with 8 going up this year. They'll be seeing this as a great chance for them to start climbing the ladder.
100%. Right, on to the West of Scotland Premier Division. Auchinleck Talbot, over the weekend on Saturday, they managed to win 1-0 against Beath Juniors. Thorn Athletic winning 2-0 against St Caddocks. Kilwinning Rangers won 4-2 against Drumchapel United. Pollock, nice to see them on winning ways again, winning 3-1 against Hullford United. Renfrew, again, nice to see them on winning ways, or winning 2-1 against Shottsbon Accord. Glencairn won 3-2 against Arthurlie. Troon lost 1-0 to Cumnock. It's actually quite good to see Arthurlie. They managed to post their first media thing about their pan disability team. It was quite good to see, actually. There was like pictures the other day about their sessions.
I've seen that myself, actually, on the socials.
There were like three disability players that were wearing their kits, just advertising that their season in Falkirk starts on the 8th of March, as well as mine. I mean, mine starts on the 8th of March as well, but it was actually quite good to see Arthurlie pushing their media with their disability league. I thought it was quite nice. First division, Gartcairn, they lost 3-1 to Kirkintilloch Rob Roy. Kilburnie Ladeslide won 1-0 against Neilston. Lanark United won 1-0 against Thornywood United. Muirkirk Juniors, they managed to win 1-0 against Darvel. Vale of Clyde, they drew 1-1 with Cumbernauld United. And Whitlett's Victoria lost 2-0 to Peters Hill. Second division, Ashfield, they managed to win 3-2 against Cosyth Athletic. Blantyre Victoria comfortably won 6-0 against Forth Wanderers. Bonnyton Thistle, they lost to our good side Thorn Athletic 2-0. Greenock Juniors, they drew 1-1 with Maryhill. Kilsyth Rangers, they also drew 1-1 with Bellshill Athletic. Larkhall Thistle managed to win 1-0 against the Caledonian Locomotives. Las Mexico Juniors, they lost 3-2 to Canvasline Rangers. And last one from second division, Threave Rovers, they comfortably won 7-2 to Mabel Juniors. Third division, Ardea Thistle, they lost 3-2 to Lugar Boswell Thistle. Girvan lost 2-1 to Craigmark Bontonians. Glasgow United lost 3-2 to Finnart. Glenvale local side on winning ways on 3-1 against St Anthony's. Kello Rovers lost dramatically 6-0 against Dalry Thistle. Knightswood, they managed to win 9-0 against Glasgow Perthshire. York Athletic lost 2-0 to Port Glasgow Juniors. Actually sounds like a nice game to go to. It sounds quite boring, but Knightswood 9-0. It's like playing the Brazilian team or something. Like, oh, 2 wee minutes. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing? We're all good.
Yes, we're not
Andy.
too bad.
Forgot to phone you back there, sorry.
No, it's all right. So the first time I was like, when that number phoned, I was like, who's it? I had the number saved, so I was a bit like, all right. And then I realised, and then it came up the picture on WhatsApp. I was like, oh, it's Johnstone Radio trying to phone me about the game. No, I was just going to say about the game as well. It's not a good result for Borough. I hope they can back up Saturday against Pollard. I think that's a big game now. When I was looking at the fixtures, it's a big game for Johnstone Burgh as well. Just after tonight's defeat, so I'd say Auchinleck. It's a good result. I did think it would have been a closer game than what it was on paper, but just Johnstone Burgh just they won the effort tonight. But first, as I said, first 10-15 minutes, thought they started well, thought the Borough played all right. But if anyone's going to score first, it was going to be Johnstone.
You know, Darius, you actually sound like one of these, what do you call it, hotline fans that are like raging.
And it's not even your team.
He's just joining
I know.
So yeah, you're going to go to the Pollard game?
We'll see what happens in the Wheel of Fortune, isn't it? We'll see what happens. I'll need to count how many fixtures there is this weekend. There's 36 games, I believe, in the fixtures, so I'll need to see where I end up.
Basically, this will be the one time you get the Borough right after you've been.
It could happen. New Lichfield's a decent setup as well. I was there for the Scottish Junior Cup quarter final there against Buckenhaven Hearts. Good setup. Johnstone Burgh, as I said, my first impressions in Keary Park. It's a good wee ground, it's a good setup.
Well, that's just to start it. There's a redevelopment just about to kick off. The 5G park is in. There's training parts up behind stadium. The main building's getting extended. So you've not even really seen the start of the changes yet. That's the way you've seen it. It's like being revamped for the way it's been forever, to be honest, isn't it? Oh, Ricky's not listening again.
It reminds me.
Oh, I'm listening.
I think where the whole where being behind the goal, it's a bit more spaced out from the pitch, but it reminds me a bit like Cowden Beef, but better. None of that back on the side, but no, it's a good setup. I hope to be back there again soon. I need to see what I get in the Friday game spinner.
I hope you get to see the Thorn in the next couple of years as well. They've got a massive redevelopment going on as well, and it's going to be absolutely amazing down there. They've obviously just had a public part, and they've took over part of it, and it's only been fenced off recently, but they've got a total redevelopment.
The old
kicking
McMaster Centre.
Yeah, so that'll be a good one to visit in the next few years as well.
I see there at home in Thorn Athletic. They're at home at the weekend, so
aye.
I know there's a game on Friday. There's Ardross are playing against Urban Nedder, so that might be my. I might go to that. I'm not too sure about Friday. Definitely do my Saturday usual game. Spin the wheel wherever it lands. I can't get more than 3 Rovers this time round. So I think that's a plus.
Oh well, I mean,
No,
you should
but
definitely make a wee journey to Pollok. It's one of my favourite grounds actually in the west of Scotland.
Yep.
It's quite a traditional, yeah.
Yep. Benburg's a good setup as well. Don't know if Johnstone Burgh played Benburg recently. I'll need to check back on that. I think they're in different leagues, but
I think it was last season. I think the last time they played them.
I think they played them last season.
Aye.
I can't remember the score, but
yeah. I think that's hopefully the Borough can pick up. I thought tonight watching it out of two teams, it just started well, but as soon as the first goal went in, Auchinleck they just looked like they had a couple of years to step up. You know what I mean? Borough I think what doesn't help Johnstone Burgh is the amount of games that's been postponed as well in the league. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though they're having a good season now in the league, where like they started well and they're winning games, but they're playing catch up. You know what I mean? And even though the form table looks good, you know, their form's been good, but when they're playing a lot of catch up games,
I think
it'll catch up.
With the lights going on tonight, I think that's the plan to get as many Wednesday games in, but that, you know yourself, that can take its toll on the players as well. Too many games, but no matter what, they're going to have to get played anyway, so I think that was the whole point of getting these lights on and get it done quickly and get during the week games played ASAP to get through these fixtures.
I was looking at the games there as well. I think the Borough away to Pollok on Saturday. I think they play Beeve Juniors, I believe, on the Tuesday again. I think they're playing on Tuesday. I know they're playing again midweek pretty soon. Beeve. So I might pop along down to that. That might be a good one to go down to. Beeve's not too far as well, so I think I might go down. The midweek games are okay because there's not a lot of games. If I'm not up too much, then so I might be at a Borough game sooner than expected. It might not be Kenny Park, but looking forward to go back.
No, it's good.
Just hopefully I can bring them better luck the next time, because my first Borough game and they're getting an absolute pasting, which is a shame.
I feel you're not coming back.
Document for us where you are at the weekend, and we'll get it on the radio next week, will you?
100%. What I'll do is I'll let you know where I am on Friday. So I'll do my wheel spinner on my lunch break at work. So about between 1 and 2, I'll add all my teams to the wheel, and then just wherever it lands. And then I'll do the rule of thumb where if the game's postponed, then I'll have to re-spin it again. But I'll see where I end up. There's some quite awkward ones I believe I can get to. Fourth Wanderers is quite awkward to get to. There's one that's I think Mabel could be pretty a tough one to get to, maybe, because it doesn't seem too far, but I think if you're going by train or whatever, it's like Fourth Wanderers is quite a long one to get to. I'll need to look at the fixtures again, but there's some good ones. Arthurley are home this weekend. Hurlford, I'm not a big fan of Hurlford. It's not particularly.
They're doing command that way, you know.
It's part of the Ayrshire bubble, I think.
Callum loves his bubble.
Especially the Ayrshire bubble.
He's into the bubble tea these days.
Pollok are at home. There's some good ones I could get. Let's have a look at the fixtures to see what I can get. There's 36 games on. The ideal game I'm hoping for is actually Troon versus Drumchapel. I think that'd be a good game. That's a cup contest, I believe. It's the West of Scotland League Cup. But there's some good games I can get for sure. But looking back at the fixtures now, so Thorn Athletic at home to Blantyre. They got Blantyre on Saturday.
They've been playing decent the last few weeks, but they've had a few up and down results. They struggled for quite a while, but they've started to pull a few points in again. Listen, mate, we're going to have to cut you off here because we've only got 10 minutes left. We need to go into the darts and stuff like that. But what I'll do is we'll get you back on Wednesday, alright, mate? And we'll get your escapade through the weekend out. Right, cheers for having me.
Welcome, Darius.
Take care, mate.
Speak to you later, pal.
Alright, cheers.
Before we move on to what you're going to say there, Davey, no, nothing. Before you move on to anything else, I just want to tell you about the Atalanta and Borussia Dortmund game. They beat Borussia Dortmund 4-1, but in the 90th minute +7 there was 3 players red carded, and then a penalty in a minute after the 97th minute. So it looked a bit crazy there, but the players all started fighting with each other.
4-1, that is unbelievable. Was it not 2-0 in the first leg?
Aye. That was the final thing was 4-3.
Wow.
Right, so I'll just tell you the kind of more local results, because as you're saying, you've got the darts and pool and all that. So Johnstone Burgh, they managed to win 1-0 against the Dundee Violets, and for today it wasn't to be. Johnstone Burgh get beat 4-0, and for Saturday we've got Borough are away to Pollock. What else have we got? Let's see. Girvan, no, not Girvan. St Peters, they'll be home to Carluke Rovers. Let's see what else. I don't think there's anywhere else at the moment. Thorn Athletic, they'll be home against Blantyre. I think that's pretty much it for this week, and yep, for Sunday that's fine. Tuesday night, the Borough will be playing Beath Juniors on the Tuesday night, and then Wednesday when we're back, no, there's no local sides, so we're all good.
So we'll just fire through the pool league quickly.
We've got 5.5 minutes.
Ricky has got his sheets, man. This is mental. So Premiership results was Clipham's Clapham's A7, Hashbar A3, Pockets A3, Pockets B7, Horseshoe A6, The Hazel 6, Huston's A7, Lockie's 2, Killock Bar A7, Huston's B3, St Peters Club 2, River Inn 7, Pockets D7, JB's 5, The Heritage 2, Pockets C7. The league table for that, Pockets C now 2 points clear up the top with a game in hand over the Horseshoe. Houston's B have dropped back a couple of points, so looks like Pockets C took over as favourites to win it. The championship was the Keystone 0, Blackland Mills 7. I believe that there was nearly a bit of a boxing match here. Keystone, Blackland Mill turned up and Keystone only had one player, so he only gets so long, and then they claimed the game and he wasn't happy and went for somebody or something like that, but find out later. Patter Bar A7, Pockets E4, big result for Patter A. Old House Inn v Red Fox was postponed. Houston C5, Killock Bar B7, Houston's DV, I don't know what you've wrote here, Roarers. I don't know who that's meant to be, but that was postponed. Burnshouse 7, Horseshoe B5, the rest 7, Clipham's B5, Hashbar B7, Patter Bar B4, and the league table is now Pockets E28, Horseshoe B26, Clipham's in B25, Burnshouse 25, Houston C24, Killock B24, and Red Fox in 23, but we've got 2 games in hand. Quickly the fixtures: Premier League, Heritage v Clipham's A, Pockets C versus Pockets D, JB's v St Peters, River Inn versus Killock Bar A, Houston's B versus Houston's A, Lockie's versus Horseshoe, the Hazel versus Pockets A, Pockets B versus Hashbar A. The Championship, Hashbar B versus Keystone, Patter Bar B versus the rest, the Clipham's in B versus Burnshouse, Horseshoe B versus Lorimers, Houston's D versus Houston C, Killock Bar B versus Old House Inn, Red Fox Inn versus Patter A, and Pockets E versus Blackland Mill. And over to you, Ricky, for darts.
Okay, so it was a Hag Bar Trophy group stage in the Paisley and District Darts League, and it was Bishopton Social Club 4, #Bulls 5, Callum's Midton 4, Pockets B5, Clacton Arrows 7, Midton Bowling Club 2, Clippins Inn 2, Tartan Rose 7, a couple of grannies coming up, Habby's 9, Callum's 0, Hags A 9, Hazelnuts 0, and #Bar 6, St Peters 3, Hazel Arrows 4, and the Clippins 5, Lockie's 5, and Hag C 4. And the fixtures coming up on Monday is back to the regular league action. In the first division, you've got Callum's Midton versus the Flying Horse, Hag A versus Hag C, #Bar versus Clacton Arrows, Pockets A versus Tartan Thunder, and the Clippins versus Pockets B. In the second division, you've got Callums versus #Bills, Hazel Arrows versus the Clippins Inn, Lockies versus Bishopton Social Club, St Peters versus Hazelnuts, and finally the Tartan Rose versus Midtown Bowling Club. And that's the fastest I've spoke
and the clearest.
So Hargate and Pockets A are both top of the first division, with Pockets B and Tartan Thunder at the bottom. In the second division, Bishop Social Club is flying away for it with 20 points. Tartan Rose is the nearest on second, and at the bottom is Lockies and Hazel Arms. And take a breath, Ricky.
2 minutes to go. On you go, Callum. Take it away. Ice hockey.
I'll not have time for that.
Clue. Let's play a song. Listen, thanks to everybody for listening, and sorry it didn't work out at the Borough, and thanks to our guests for keeping us up to date with the games tonight, and we will see you all next week. So it's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye for me, and we'll see